न धावति जन अकिरणम् न अरण्यम् उपशान्तधि यथा तथा यत्र तत्र समयेव अवतिष्ठते. The serene-minded master seeks neither the crowded place nor the solitude of the forest. He remains the same under any conditions, in any place. He is neither in crowded place nor in forest. He here means the one who exists as in infinite, unearthly, inward glow of self. Even in the Jana Samoha, even in the world of Allola Kallola, I exist as though in forest Kaivalya, wrote Janaka in the second chapter. What is the difference for him, whether it is forest or busy streets? It is his body which is in some place, forest or bazaar or even in a street of prostitutes, with self existing separate from his BMI, and with his BMI falling off like dry leaves. Wherever such a BMI is, it does not affect the self, the tree, in any way. He existed in a place in a residence where someone died. From that place emerged core spiritual lessons which reached few sadhakas. He stayed almost in a village for a year. From there, daily morning and evening pour from the temple used to reach few sadhakas. Now for the last 2.5 years, while in Oman, Ashtavakra Gita Yajna has been taken up and it is about to finish. Wherever senses draw or perceive something from the external world, whether it is while staying in a forest or busy street, and the senses carry the impression of whatever seen or heard to one's mind through the medium of vasanas, then the place does have an impact on the person depending upon the environment. A forest would give a different perception, busy streets would give different perceptions, and so on. One life example. While he is seated in a bhajan, the cymbals, tabla, duffling, and the voice of the singers may reach crescendo for a high-pitched bhajan. And there may be a lot of such bhajans on a day. But inwardly, as self, he is totally silent, undisturbed, never carried away by the speed or pitch of the bhajan, by the lyrics of the bhajan, by the high rising voice of singer and devotees, etc. While he visited Rishikesh many years before, whole day he sat in the Ananda Kutir, motionless, except for a small break to have lunch. Devotees, tourists coming in and going out, their gossips, their talks, their singing, their laughter, none of them made any impact on his inner silence. Forest or busy street or brothel or any other place, a Jivan Mukta is just not able to make any differentiation in these extremely diverse environments. He exists in Kaivalya, aloneness of self, which is untouched by anything which is happening around him. Let us look at the commentary. Last verse of chapter 18. Chapter titled Goal. Acharya quotes a verse from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verse 19. The Supreme is the flawless state, the same everywhere. And he also quotes verse 21 from the chapter 2, where Janaka says, "Oh, I do not find any duality, even the multitude of human beings. Therefore, has become like a forest. Towards what should I then feel attachment?" He goes on to quote a verse from Annapurna Upanishad, where it says, "Let him revel in the midst of the populace, or let him spend his time in the glorification and worship of the Lord. He knows neither his sorrows nor his joys, just as the sun that is reflected." The reflection of the sun in the waters may dance, may break up, but the sun in the heaven is not affected by the conditions of the reflected sun. Similarly, the pure infinite consciousness, which is now the nature of the man of perfection, is not affected by the experiences of the ego in him, the light of consciousness playing in his mind. Master is egoless, hence he is unaffected by the outer environments. Unquote. Hari Om Tat Sat.